no photos.
Are you happy that you got the time you got? Everyone thought one series you were out and they gave you the second series. Were you happy with that?
Absolutely. Thought we executed well today. Some things to clean up, just like anything else. But it was good to see our guys go make some plays today.
What do you take away from this, Josh? If I remember correctly, I don't think you played a snap last year in the preseason, so it's different for you. So what do you take away from it personally?
Again, just live reps against other people, different team, a different defense, making sure that we're communicating different checks, and just things that happen on the field. We'll get to go in and talk about them. And hey, like if we get this look again in the season, let's try to do this. You know, it's like just learning as we go, especially with a guy like DJ of, you know, hey, if I see this and I give you this, do that, you know, so.
Is it any different, Josh, with Joe wearing the head coaching hat in addition to the coordinator hat? Did you feel any of that different?
I mean, he's always been tuned in. Obviously, he's been up in the booth, so to have him on the sideline is different. To have a communication and look him in the eye and understand what he's doing and why he's doing it. Now, you can't have too much time with him because he's got to be paying attention to what's going on in the game. And I was in his ear telling him to throw the challenge flag, so I'll take that one. That was on me. But yeah, I thought he did a great job of communicating well with the offense and defensive staff and understanding what was going on in the game. And no doubt it's a change for him, wearing a lot of different hats on the. Then when do I challenge? So you got to have a lot of trust in a lot of people, and you know that's what these season games are for, is to get reps at those things.
A lot is made about the new stadium and all this stuff, but once you get out on the field and you're making that throw to Keon, it could be any good.
Yeah, no doubt, and that's something that Joe keeps preaching to us: is put the ball down. It doesn't matter when, where, what the weather is. Like, we got to go play football, and we're gonna do it together.
I know there's not a. You mentioned DJ earlier. Did you find yourself looking his way? I mean, he had a very productive afternoon while he was out.
Yeah, I thought he had a good day. So we're gonna continue to grow on that, and he's a heck of a football player, and we're lucky to have him.
Josh, was it beneficial though to know kind of where the play clock is, where the game clock is, the sight lines for you, and walking through that for the first time?
No doubt, no doubt. And you know, it's different when you're in practice, and you don't have to really worry about those things. And real live game reps, albeit preseason, it's still real reps and understanding, like when I break this huddle, where are my eyes going? You know, I got to make sure that we have time on the play clock, and they are on different levels on each side, so just understanding that. But it's no different than going to an away game and pre-game going out there and making sure that you know exactly where everything's at. But just here feeling comfortable.
Without like any game planning or very little game planning, how high on the priority list was getting DJ involved, especially early in the game?
I'm going to go out and make an assumption that it's going to be awesome to do that every single game, is to get him involved early and often. And you know, teams are going to obviously know that. But again, we feel like we have other guys that we feel comfortable with. And you know, you see Khalil had the first catch today, handing it off to Jimbo with Dalton and Dawson, Keon making plays. So you know, it's when everything's firing, we can be two-dimensional. You know, that's when we feel like we're in a good spot. Thank you guys.